Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Stellaris. I hope you all are having a fantastic day today. We're continuing right where we left off and trying to finish our borders and reconnect everything. Before we left off, the Galactic community had an announcement of another thing, which was buzzword standardization. The one we would look to propose would be Galactic Market, but that'll also cost us more influence, so we're trying to expand and save influence at the same time, so it's going to be a little bit tricky. Assembly plants. Let's do destroyer since we're in war. Doesn't concern us. This is done, so now research the anomaly and survey that system and that system. That is going to take another 193 influence. Hopefully we can win this war and get some influence from it.
System survey complete.
Oh. So not worried about that. Storage is full of minerals, so let's sell some. Let's buy some alloys. And that way we can finish building our fleet up to 20. Tesla's done, so let's send them back. Actually, let's see what was going on here. It's just gonna be a quick hop, and then if it doesn't work, it don't work. Okay, these two guys have finished their stuff, so now let's make them missile battery and gun battery, and let's do a disruption field generator. We'll also build some defenses if we can. Mang, I'm not too worried about right now, because I don't think these guys are nice. Yeah, they're rivaled, so they're not going to let them in. So I'm not too worried about that. This is going to be mostly where it's at. And the fighting occurs down here. It's a long way to travel. Hopefully we can get this gateway system going so it can be a nice quick hop. And there it is. 846. We can take them. We just gotta sink an upgrade in time, which is okay. They got 2. Okay. We might have to go over our limit for a little bit. Let's get our construction ship well out of here.
Station under attack.
We're gonna have to come here and retake it.
Spaceport under attack.
Hopefully it can survive long enough. Our food is at full, so let's sell that off. Let's buy a couple more alloys. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough fight for him. Oh, that's really disappointing down here. We're gonna have to take that back. Tesla. So they are just sitting here. Okay. Survey that. So I don't think anyone's gonna be able to build in that system. Turn back on evasive. Let's turn up to fastest again. Yeah, let's extend our research deal. Ooh, we are close to running out of money, so we gotta be careful. Real careful. So again, it's gonna take another 155 to build an outpost there. One more to go, and then we can build destroyers. The Galactic Market there. I don't want to do that yet. I want to do these two first, so hopefully that doesn't get any traction. We also need to expand more. Senate's in session. Okay, so let's look at that. So now here's where you can choose a resolution if it got voted for and you didn't want it. If you can oppose it, but for us, we're going to support it because we want to do this. Gives us diplomatic weight from tech and research station output plus 10. It's going to help us a lot. Gigantic skeleton. What was previously thought to be assorted mountains in the southern hemisphere of Orthama 4 have been identified as the massive skeletal remains of a single colossal alien life form. The bones have been dated as 3.4 billion years old, but our scientists have ruled out that Orthama 4 could have supported life on that scale at any point in the planet's history. Science officer Alfonso Valeri has prepared a special research project to delve further into this mystery. Research the project, and then, yeah, do that. That's what I want you to do. We're still trying to run away. We're still trying to build. That's the last one. Let's quickly upgrade everything and get a leader. Let's do weapon range. A series of deep boreholes on the surface of Unust 4 are all that remain of the Eurasian mining operation that was active on this world some 1.2 million years ago. The Pytheas has conducted a thorough surface scan, but we've yet to find the remains of any actual mining facilities. Investigate mining base. Okay. We can research the project. This guy can come down here. Oh, we don't need him to come down there. Okay. Whoops. Yeah, you can research these anomalies. Yeah. I messed up on that one. Okay.
System survey complete.
Well, do that. It's gonna take a long time, but it'll be fine. We're still tied at the war. I'd like to get this base back. Our fleet is almost done upgrading. Life Electric. Science Officer Bakari Iwela reports that Jungham 1 is covered from pole to pole in a web-like network of electrical filaments. These networks respond to external stimuli. The Sagan experimented with sending a low-voltage pulse to the surface, which resulted in a wave of illumination that rippled through the network like a circuit board. Even more remarkably, the webs rearranged themselves. A second low-voltage pulse revealed that the filaments had been organized into a new pattern, centered around where the previous pulse had been contacted the surface of Jungham 1. Bakari Awalia concludes that this discovery confirms his long-held theory that life can exist as almost purely electrical impulses, independent of cellular or viral structure. Interesting. So add 3 society to that and 1 skill level. Okay, what are we doing? Alright, our fleet needs to finish. 4 ships to go. And once that's done, it needs to probably come down here for a battle. Which we probably lose. Special project completed. After continued studies of the massive skeletal remains found on Orthama 4, Science Officer Alonso Valeri has concluded that the creature served as some kind of organic starship. Much smaller bones from at least 3 separate species were found within the larger skeleton. We assumed that these came from members of the crew. For unknown reasons, this organic starship suffered catastrophic damage and crash-landed on Orthama 4. While we cannot begin to understand the biological engineering necessary to grow a starship like this, the study of these bones alone has substantially advanced our knowledge. 3 society, 3 engineering, and 200 experience. Interesting. And let's send research that anomaly.
Research complete.
Research is done. Food. Let's do continue to boost our research. Especially with that, we're going to want as much research as possible. Archaeological project. After investigating the boreholes of Innis 4, our archaeologists found the fossilized remains of over 100 Arasian miners at the bottom of one of them. They appear to be more victims of the Geforvian pox that brought about the fall of the Arasian Concordat. In a futile attempt to keep the disease from spreading, their comrades dumped the bodies down one of the boreholes before the planet was evacuated. Interesting. 1 minor artifact, 1 Arasian artifact, and 150 engineering research. So we go to our situation log, we look at the precursors, we have 1 artifact. Cool.
Ships upgraded.
Alright, now that our ships are done, they're gonna move in. I think we're gonna take a hold on. 39 more months. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna need more ships. Alien drag racing. The crater on 133 D2646 and exhibits long, irregular marks imprinted onto the relatively soft upper layers of the asteroid. Science Officer Alfonso Valeri has recovered some interesting, unexpected wreckage from the edges of the depression. Wheeled vehicles, seemingly personal transports rather than research craft. The crew of the GCCSS Goddard speculate that the crater may once have been used for sport, with some alien species pitting their personal locomotion devices against each other in the tests of mechanical strength or speed in near zero G. Adds skid marks modifier to the asteroid and adds +6 engineering research to it. Interesting. Okay, that's that in Orthama. Continue to explore here. We're gonna have to come back and do that anomaly, but that'll be fine. Do that anomaly. How much do we gotta go? Another 104. We are gonna go over our capacity, which is gonna increase their maintenance costs, but we gotta do it to win this war. Alien spacecraft. A badly damaged military vessel bearing elaborate alien insignia circles Piscus 1. The ship has suffered a heavy incendiary attack which has melted its hull, leaving no survivors aboard. No weapons known to us today can produce temperatures high enough to cause such an effect. Perhaps the ship's logs may shed some light on this violent end. Examine the logs. Where is that at? Oh, there. Okay. Research the project. Research that. And yeah, do that. So what's going on here? Another thing has been done. Let's do buzzword standardization. Let's I mean, we want to support it, but let's abstain from it for now. If the market gets created, we're gonna have to hold our influence for longer.
Anomaly found.
Another anomaly. The material composition of this asteroid differs significantly from its neighbors. It likely has a different origin from the other bodies of this asteroid belt and should be investigated more closely. Okay. And a tradition is ready. So let's do discovery, increasing research alternatives, and sciences level cap.
Special project.
The Rubricator. An analysis of the ship's logs revealed that the crew met its demise when trying to retrieve a replicable alien artifact called the Rubricator. It was stolen from the Society by a pack of thieving rats. A curious choice of words, as they themselves are most rat-like in appearance. The logs are mainly comprised of curses, willing the rat robbers to the end of the universe and beyond. The crew has counted upwards of 50 individual words for defecation, as well as a wide selection of places from which a star's light cannot escape, but their arduous work has paid off. We have uncovered the last known location of the Rubricator in a previously uncharted system, and if we are to believe its former owners, its powers are worth pursuing. Yeah, we want that thing. So it's now out here. We can do that. While conducting surface scans of Silage 1, Science Officer DeJong and the crew of the Pythias discovered what appears to be an artificially covered slab of rock covered in alien writing. They have not detected any other signs of alien activity on the planet, and exactly how this mural came to be here is a mystery. We have prepared a special project to translate the text. Now let's go to it and translate that. Our first fleet's down here. And our other fleet's gonna meet up with it. Alright, junk ball. The Goddard crew report that what first appeared to our scanners as an asteroid is in fact a gigantic floating ball of junk comprised of the broken remains of various vehicles, rockets, and hazardous materials, many of them radioactive. The junk ball seems to be the dullest the detriest of an unknown alien nation in the early space age. It would appear this nation was an interstellar litterer, ejecting dangerous industrial waste into orbit rather than disposing of it planetside. Radiometric dating suggests these remains are millions of years old and have been floating through space from an unknown point of origin for most of that time. Science Officer Alfonso Valeri notes that some of the materials found on this floating junk heap are quite rare and could be refined into useful resources. Waste not, want not. Adds 1 alloy to the asteroid and 1 minor artifact found. Okay. Heavy metal frost, boasting a scorching surface temperature and an atmosphere of corrosive mineral acids. Piscis 3A possesses extreme weather conditions responsible for reflecting certain bandwidths of electromagnetic radiation. Heavy metal compounds heated in the planet's troposphere rise in gaseous form to high elevations, whereupon they rapidly cool, solidify, and rain back down to the surface. Simply put, it snows metal on the surface of Piscis 3A. Adds 3 minerals to the planet. Alright, and now we're going to go do that one, and another anomaly. Yep, it's in the Barrow system, we can do it. Teachings of Explorers. The Goddard's crew is reporting that they found something spectacular on Barra 2. On the surface lies traces of an explorative expedition of another civilization. Left behind are some well-preserved documents and artifacts. The proposed action by Chief Science Officer Alfonso Valeri is to send the text findings to our homeworld for translation. There is also the possibility to sell them off to a private investor. Yeah, we'll translate that. It's going to take us a while, but we'll get to it. Got a war to win, after all.
System survey complete.
The Rubricator. At the coordinates for the Rubricator's last known location, we have discovered a habitable planet with what we believe may be some form of settlement covering a large portion of its surface. The settlement consists of tall pile-like towers visible all the way from space. Our archaeologists are eager to excavate it in search of the Rubricator. Start digging. Well, we can't start digging because we got to have that in our system. But we'll get it surveyed and see what we can do. Special project. Science Officer De Jung has managed to partially translate the alien mural discovered on Stellaris 1. The text contains a staggering amount of data, and the mural evidently serves as some sort of low-tech library. It describes in broad terms the collected technological knowledge of an alien civilization that dominated this region of the galaxy some 80 million years ago. A lot of it is already known to us, but the data does contain several promising leads for technologies we had yet to consider. There is enough data here to keep our scientists busy for decades, but we will need an orbital research facility to continue their translation. Adds 2 society, engineering, and physics research to the planet, and the scientist gains 200 experience. That was a good special project. Alright, the Tesla can now survey that system. 47 away, but I kind of want to hold on to that now. They're gonna gain a lot because they have a lot of tech. Oh no, now they're equivalent. Cool. So we need to keep doing tech stuff. But we gotta save our stuff to do that.
Anomaly found.
Yeah, research it. So, yeah, he's still evasive, okay? Microsingularity. A microsingularity recently intersected Bear 3, passing straight through the core and emerging on the other side of the planet. The encounter does not seem to have caused any permanent damage, but it has altered the energy output of the planetary core slightly in a way that defies our current scientific models. Further study may be warranted. Adds 3 physics research to the planets. So without 3 years to go on this.
System survey complete.
They're abstaining because they don't want me to get more power. Bear's been surveyed, now we're surveying REM. Dimensional Pocket. The Pytheas never made it all the way to P1H45 to study the anomalies surrounding it. The ship, along with science officer Zejung and crew, blinked out of existence as it was navigating the debris field, and then reappeared minutes later. Zejung reports that they found themselves briefly in some extra-dimensional space. External viewports revealed that they were surrounded by countless ships of alien design, suspended in a seemingly endless void. Before the crew could get their bearings, the vision abruptly faded, and they found themselves back in regular space. However, roughly half of the crew are missing. Science officer Zejung speculates that they may have been selectively trapped by some unknown mechanism in that strange space. 200 experience is gained. Oh, okay. Where do you want to send him? Send him back here. He's not going to gain anything. Let's send him to boost our research. Dimensional Drift. The missing members of the Pytheas crew, thought lost to the Dimensional Rift, have reappeared. They hailed us from aboard an unknown vessel not entirely dissimilar to our own science ships, idling close to where the Pytheas originally experienced the dimensional disturbance. They claim to remember nothing of their time outside our dimension, aside from a vague awareness of having been away for some time. They wish for nothing but to return to service under Science Officer Zejung and intend to surrender their ship to human authorities. Very well. So we gain a science ship. I don't know what we can do with it. Honestly. Rulers gained a trait. The eye for talent. So leader level cap is increased by 1 and experience is increased by 20%. Research is done. Chemical plants. Let's do physics research from researchers. And I'm gonna actually build a research segment.
System survey complete.
System survey is done. Here. Yeah, come on out here and yeah, move there or do this. Yeah.
System survey complete.
Alright, research that. Our second fleet is... How many more are we producing? 2 more. So we'll be at 15. Yeah, that's fine. We'll merge them up. And then we'll come and do our attack. Hopefully end this war. Magnetic reversal. The magnetic field of Rim 1 experienced a complete reversal while it was being observed by the Goddard. This rare event has interchanged the positions of the planet's magnetic poles. Fortunately, it was all recorded by the sensors of our ship, providing our scientists with a lot of valuable data. 150 physics research has been gained. Alright, the Goddard down here can now survey that system. For 40, 412, 673 to go. Well, that's a great little thing. I'd like to get to this, but that's 516. We're not sending our ship there for now. So let's build that for now. We're gonna need to start saving though. So if the galactic market does form, we can spend money on it to or spend influence on it to make it for us, and we get benefits from it. Alright, our 15 ship is done, so we're going to send them down here.
Construction complete.
Construction's done up here. So let's build a mining station. And we're going to move out to... I don't know if we're going to move out.
System survey complete.
How is it surveyed? So let's go to the Nithran Expanse and survey that.
System survey complete.
Alright, the Guarum system surveyed. So come down, go explore that. We're just trying to stay down here because we gotta explore or do that anomaly, and that way we can do it and collect research when our fleet does stuff. Alright, now with Ithrius, go to Nishpan, yeah. It's just research there. We're not making any research though, so it'll be fine. Breathing Rift. The anomaly found close by Emolgaron, however unlikely, appears to be some type of rift in space. It's possible the great mass of Emolgaron somehow caused it, but its nature is beyond our understanding. The rift will not only refracts and blocks light, but seems to actually draw it in and then push it out repeatedly as if it were breathing photons. It is likely the immense gravitational pull of the rift has at some point inhaled in other things as well. We should exercise close caution. That's here. Keep a close watch until we know more. Or no, we gotta do this. Yeah, 14 months, which we're not gonna do. So this is our researcher. Let's do the X-Fan Labs. The Usance civilization encountered. We have detected the presence of primitive alien civilization on Guao-Zor 2 in the Guao-Zor system. They have entered the early steam age, and there is a clear evidence that they are beginning to make use of both vehicles and early factories powered by steam engines. We should consider building an observation post above their world to study them more closely. Up here, interesting. Okay, with that, that's going to do it for this episode on that year change. spend just under 30 minutes of playtime. But this war is progressing. Ooh. Yeah, that sucks. We're starting to lose credits, so we're gonna have to end this war fast. But this war is progressing, so we're going to try to end it soon, maybe the next episode, and then continue to expand. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. If you did, and thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you next time.